helping people understand your product, the technology in it. Is it easy? I mean, like, is it very straightforward? Do they get it right away? Or how have you made it easier in the messaging?
That's a really good question. I would say that anecdotally, it's easy for them to understand that we are somehow machine learning, which is like a big black box. And, even as a technologist, talking through like all the frameworks and every single thing we use per model is something best reserved for like our head of AI, Dr. Moody. She's amazing, right? But to a customer, I think it's kind of like, hey, you're looking at Google Earth, you're looking at Google Maps. We've all seen images of our home or something. Imagine if you can stare at it and see that's a building. Machine learning black box model goes like, oh, it's a building, it's exactly the size, and it's a rubber memory roof. People can comprehend, I think, with things like Siri, Google's voice assistant. If they see cat videos on YouTube and like, how is it that like when I search for cats, it always comes up? Well, they know that some machine learning is happening there to classify what's in the videos. I think there's enough awareness, at least in enterprises, that machine learning can make sense of data. And so Arturo has connected some really smart machine learning models to make sense of imagery data about property, and it's just sucking it out and turn it like into a spreadsheet, turn it into a CSV file that's, structured data response that I can now plug into a business system and say, where Alexander said his roof type is asphalt shingle, and that's asphalt shingle comes in, I can map that to Arturo's asphalt shingle coming in. And now I don't have to ask Alexander, and people, that clicks. I do think the true nuances of how machine learning works and, huge pipelines to do this like on demand, or, we did all of Australia as residential property in 48 hours last July, just like crazy, right? Imagine saying you've got every image of every property in Australia and you have, less than a second to give me 35 attributes. And then doing that at like over 95% accuracy as a human would be just like absolutely impossible. So I think the more we put out there, the more the market is aware of how machine learning solves problems, the easier it is for the story to be told. But certainly inside how as they say, the sausage is made is a lot more complicated. The good news is the customers don't need to worry about that. They can see how accurate we are. We always say, hey, give me like a bunch of inspections you've done recently. So we know that like, what was there because a human climbed up and around the property. Now let's run those and then you compare. And, almost without fail, our customers say it's as accurate or sometimes more accurate than the humans, and certainly far cheaper and quicker.